What's going on, guys? Psycho here, and welcome back to the channel. It is time for episode 1 of the Bedrock Guide 1.19, and again, we will expand this to 1.20 when 1.20 drops. Before we get to exploring what's around us in the screen that we're on here, I do want to take a look at Chunkbase. I'll put a link to Chunkbase in the description down below, and I'm going to go over exactly what it is or what we're using it for right now. So if we go over here to Chunkbase, chunkbase.com, and you click on apps. From the apps, you can choose a bunch of different options. What we're using it for right now, and we'll go over these other options in later episodes, what we're looking for right now is our biome finder. So we click on biome. When it loads up here, we want to enter the seed, which here is our seed. We want to make sure we have the correct version of the game, which for this guide, we're playing in Bedrock 1.19. You have plenty of other options here. But again, we're playing in Bedrock Edition 1.19, and we're looking at the overworld. You can also choose to look at the end or the nether, which again, we're sticking with the overworld. And then you can choose your biome height, surface, underground, or the very bottom. We're going to stay on the surface because that's what we're looking at right now. The next thing we want to do is punch in the coordinates of our spawn location, which is 174. And the Z coordinate is 276. And then we're going to hit go. It'll put a little marker on our spawn, which is right here. And we're going to take a look real quick at what's around us. So as we already know, if you look in the bottom right here, as you highlight over, you can see the biome. We know that we're spawned in a forest, but close by we have a birch forest, a beach, a dark forest, a river, spruce taiga, old growth pine taiga, which is going to be the taller taiga trees. We do have a jungle down here, a sparse jungle, some plains. We zoom out a little bit, we do have an ocean, a lukewarm ocean. We have a mushroom field nearby as well. If we look over this way, we've got some snowy plains, a frozen ocean, and pretty much everything around us. As we zoom out, we've got deserts, we have badlands. This is just going to be an amazing spawn. And then if we go ahead and we look at the underground biomes, we can see that we have some lush caves, dripstone caves, a bunch of lush caves. If we click on highlight biomes, we can choose to look for a deep dark. If we zoom out, we can see if we've got any deep dark close by. I don't see any. But if we back to the apps screen and we select Ancient City, it'll take us back into this similar screen. Make sure we're 1.19. We got the right seed in there. And once again, we're going to punch in our world spawn coordinates, which is 174, 276. And we can see that there is actually an ancient city right here. They're everywhere. So we're actually in a really good spot. So let's go ahead and get back to the game. We have our spawn location set here. This is our world spawn, 174, 72, 276. Make sure you take a screenshot. Make sure you write it down, however you got to do it. And the first thing we want to do is punch a tree. Doesn't matter what kind of tree at this point, because the material doesn't matter. So we're just going to punch through the middle here. And we're going to go ahead and take out the leaves as well, so that they don't keep a canopy over the top for mobs to spawn later, just in case we do end up building here. We're going to go ahead and punch through this whole tree and gather the wood. Now, one thing I will point out is that the leaves on trees will naturally disintegrate unless they're touching a tree. So, if we take out this tree here, these leaves won't necessarily go away because they're still considered to be part of this tree, and maybe even the same with these. So, at the very beginning, I might as well just take the leaves out. Then we have some spruce saplings. We can go ahead and plant another one in its place. Next thing we want to do is go into the crafting and inventory interface and just turn all these logs into planks. And then we're going to just make some sticks. Next up, we want to make a square to create a crafting table. Then we're going to place the crafting table down here. And then we want to take 2 sticks, like such, with a line of planks to make our first tool, which is a wooden pickaxe. Then we're going to go ahead and pick up our crafting table. Next up, the goal is going to be to get some stone, and we're going to use our pickaxe for that. We want 14 stone to start with. So we'll see if there's any exposed stone around here, which I see some in the side of this mountain. Watch out if you get in the water, watch for drown. And we're just going to kind of stay afloat here and take out this stone. As we're in the water floating, since we don't have what's called aqua affinity, see drown, it will go slow. So we're actually going to go ahead and move away from these drown. And we'll go up here. And we'll find another close by spot to get some stone. I'm sure there's plenty of options around here. Another thing I'll point out is if you see sheep, go ahead and kill them, because you're going to need the wool here in just a moment. And the meat is good for food. If you want, you can kill other animals as well, but for this very second, I'm just going to focus on the sheep. And we're going to move around and find some stone. I think I've seen some in the side of the hill over there. And that's actually gravel. So if you're having a tough time finding exposed stone, there is another option you can do. And what that would be is to go into the side of a hill, which I see stone over there, and just dig in and you'll find some stone. The stone is just a few layers underneath the dirt. I'm just going to come over here where I think I've seen the stone, which I did see stone. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to gather 14 pieces. Once we have our stone, the next thing I want to do is place down my crafting table, and I'm going to place a square around it like such to make a furnace, and then we're going to place 3 like such with 2 sticks to make a stone pickaxe. Our wooden pickaxe is no longer good. We'll save it, do something with it later. And then if you have to make some more sticks, you can, and then put 2 sticks and 3 cobblestone like such to make an axe. The axe is great for chopping wood, as well as an early game weapon. So the very next thing we want to do is we want to gather 3 pieces of the same color wool. We currently have 1 white wool. We'll go ahead and take out this black sheep and get a black wool, as well as some mutton, because if we have some ink sacs around here, we could easily make some black dye, which can dye the white wool black. And we're going to move over into... Well, let's take out this cow first, because beef is one of the best forms of meat in the game. And there's another cow here, and the leather will be good for later as well. We're going to go ahead and move over here into the birch forest that we see here. And we'll take out the cow that we see along the way as well. And we're just going to keep looking for some sheep. Again, we need 3 wool. We currently have 2 different colors. We need 3 of the same color. We're just going to keep moving around, and I'm going to go ahead and take out all the mobs I see for food, as well as to get them to despawn and get new ones to spawn. And we'll keep moving around, try not to get too hungry, and we're going to look for, again, the wool for the bed that we need. I am going to grab this yellow flower for my own personal use. It's not a necessity, but I have something I want to do with that I'll show you guys in just a moment. As you're moving around, ooh, we see a ruined nether portal. We're going to keep note of where that's at. We're going to grab some of these berries here real quick, because we do need to eat. If you see berries, they're a great source of early game food. We're just going to right click on them instead of tear them up. That way we can take the berries and the bushes still continue to grow. Be careful with berry bushes. Berry bushes will deal some damage. We're going to go ahead and, not look at the ground. We'll look up and eat. And this will fill our hunger bar back up and will get us to regenerate health, the health that we lost from those drown. As it's getting dark out, it is getting a little dangerous. We're going to continue to move around and hopefully come across some more sheep. There's another one right there. And if we can find a squid to get some ink, there's 2 sheep. There we go. We'll have 3 white wool. So we'll take out these sheep. And then very quickly, we're going to place down our crafting table. Place 3 planks here and 3 wool here to make our bed. And then I'm going to go ahead and place this flower to get some yellow dye, and place the yellow dye in the bed so we have a yellow bed. We're going to place the bed down and click on it, and that is going to help us sleep and make it daytime. We don't have to worry about hostile mobs. We're going to pick our stuff back up. Right now, if we die, our world spawn will be our spawn generation. Once you sleep in a bed, that becomes your new spawn location until the bed is destroyed or you choose somewhere else. So we have 8 sweet berries. We've got some raw meat. We're going to set up a spot real quick, and we're going to get some coal. We're going to use our furnace, and we're going to cook up some of this food we got. But first I want to gather some wood for that purpose. So I'm going to take down some spruce trees here, and I'm going to try to gather a real quick stack of wood. If your axe breaks, feel free to grab some more stone if you have some nearby and make another axe. Stone tools are very cheap to make, so we're just going to grab 3 stone here and then go back over where we started cutting down the tree, set down our crafting table, make another axe, and continue chopping until we have a stack of wood. So now we have just over a stack of wood. We're going to find a good spot to set up a little starter base, and I think I'm just going to do it in this little clearing right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place down my crafting table, I'm going to place down my furnace, and I'm going to place down my bed. Then, even though it's daytime, I'm still going to click on my bed to reset my spawn point, so this is where I'll spawn if anything happens. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my furnace, and I'm going to place some logs in the bottom and some logs in the top. These will smelt up into charcoal. While I'm waiting for that to smelt up, I'm going to punch some of this grass and look for some seeds, which I have 1 seed here. We want more than that. Another thing I can do while I'm waiting is I can come over here and I can set up my sweet berries by putting them in a row. Once I have a few charcoal, I can move them over to continue smelting the wood. Creeper. Watch out for creepers, they're very dangerous, as you just seen. They cause a lot of damage and a lot of destruction, and if you're nearby your bed or your spawn location and they blow up and they destroy your bed, you'll be taken all the way back to world spawn if you die. So we're going to place this dirt back in the holes here, or at least what dirt we have, and make sure we still have sweet berries. We do not. Our sweet berries are now gone. So we're going to place our furnace back down, place our crafting table back down. The crafting table is actually gone, so we'll have to make another one. No big deal. To do that, again, we use the planks in a square. So we have our crafting table. We'll place it back down, and then in the furnace again we'll put the coals and we'll make some more charcoal. In the meantime, we'll take note of where we're at, which is 489,237, and we will quickly go find us some more sweet berries, which we know was over here somewhere. Anywhere in a taiga you can find sweet berries. We just gotta search for them. So we'll come over here, grab some sweet berries. We'll eat a few of them to take care of our hunger, and then we'll keep the rest to plant. I would say we need to at least keep 5 to plant. Another thing while we're moving around, if you see some sugar cane, I strongly recommend taking some with you because it will be extremely helpful later game. We'll take this with us and we'll plant it nearby our starter area. Back over here at the starter area, we're going to check on the coals. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cook up some meat, and we're going to turn half of these logs we have into planks. And we're going to plant a couple of birch trees nearby as well to farm them for the birch wood. So we'll plant which birch saplings we have right there. Go ahead and finish taking down this taiga tree that the creeper blew up. And we'll go ahead and take down the other spruce tree as well. As it's getting dark, we are going to sleep real fast to make sure we don't get no hostile mobs. And then we'll continue taking down the spruce tree. And I think we're going to make a little starter house. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the holes from the creeper. And we're going to make a little 5x5. So there's 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 3, 4, and 5, and then we're going to go ahead and fill that in. This is going to be a small, simple, easy to use starter house. And then I think I'm going to take some of my spruce logs on the corners here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we'll come over here 1, 2, 3, and 4. And over here in this corner 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the fourth corner 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll go ahead and take these leaves down so that they will finish dropping naturally. Then we're going to take our axe, and instead of destruction, we're going to right click it and go ahead and strip these out. And then we're just going to make a flat top cross with our spruce planks. And we'll leave a spot. We're going to fill in the walls, leaving a spot for a door, which we'll do right here. And we'll go ahead and take that one out. So we'll leave a 3-block gap for a door. And then we'll come over here. We'll leave a 2-block gap for a window. As well as in the other 3 sides, we'll leave little 2-block gaps for windows. Go ahead and move our bed, place it inside here, click it so that we have our spawn point set, and then just fill in the roof. For a little bit of lighting, we'll come out to our furnace. Go ahead and grab the meat we have, and our charcoal. We'll place 1 stick, 1 piece of charcoal to make some torches. We'll place a torch above where the door is going to be here, and we'll place a couple torches inside. And come back to our crafting table, and we're going to place the planks in a stair step there to make some stairs, and then we'll place some 3x2 to make a door. Spruce doors look good. Come inside where the doorway's at, place an upside down stair there, and a spruce door like that. There we have a door. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our crafting table and our furnace and take them inside. And we'll just find a good spot inside to place them. Put the furnace here, crafting table here. We're going to gather some more wood. We'll go back to the furnace and continue making some more charcoal. Place the wood there, the coal there. And one other thing I want to get is a little bit of sand. So we're going to go find a beach somewhere and get some sand. And I think a half a stack of sand will be plenty. We're going to head on back to the starter base. At the starter base, we're going to go ahead and pull these logs, put the charcoal in there. We're going to place the sand in there to make some glass. And then while we're waiting on that to smelt up, we're going to go ahead and go back outside and plant our sweet berries. Once we have at least 6 pieces of glass, we're going to go ahead and let that all smelt back into wood. We're going to come over here into the crafting interface, and we're going to paste our 6 pieces of glass like that to make 16 glass panes. And then we'll go ahead and fill in our windows. And there it is, our starter base is set up. One other thing you might want to do is if you take 8 planks in a square like this, to make a chest, I always like to have a double chest. And we'll make 2 chests, place them side by side to make a double chest so we can put all of our extra stuff in here. So we're going to put in things that we're not going to use right away, like that, you know, all this stuff. We're just going to put everything in there for now. And we'll keep our tools with us and our food. We're going to let the rest of this wood smelt into charcoal, and that's going to be the basics of how to start day 1 in your world. For day 1, you want to find some wood, make some tools, get some stone, make a furnace, get some food, make a bed, and a little starter area. You don't have to make a starter base right away. I know a lot of people don't, but I just like to. Keep in mind, if you're playing on hard, zombies can break down the door, so you're going to want to make sure you sleep at night. So that's it for this one. In the next episode, we're going to cover the basics of mining, and we're going to find our first bit of iron and coal and cover other ores, and we're going to upgrade our tools and equipment. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this. If it was helpful, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you're new with your notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the content that we release here on the channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.